Welcome to our very first episode of Living Electric. My name is Diego.
And I'm Brianna.
For our first video, we wanted to explain why we bought a Tesla Model 3. Buying a new car is a big decision for almost any family, and our family is certainly no exception to that rule. We wanted to get a car that would fit our lifestyle, be able to keep up with us, and would not cost an arm and a leg.
Diego and I have always considered ourselves frugal by nature. We would rather eat at home than at a restaurant. We pack lunches when we go on road trips and outings. We don't go out for drinks. Movie night is snuggling on the couch with a blanket and homemade popcorn instead of at the movie theater.
We aren't cheap, as much as we are picky about how we spend money. With that in mind, our friends are usually shocked when they find out that we bought a Tesla. Most people don't think frugality and a luxury Tesla can go hand in hand. But just hear us out, and we will explain why that couldn't be further from the truth.
Our family is constantly on the go, and a major part of always being on the go in California is the gas prices that go with it. This graph shows our average daily driving from August through October.
In order to get the most accurate numbers possible, I looked at my Google Maps timeline, which told me exactly how many miles I had driven for the months of August, September, and October. During this time frame, I drove roughly 114 miles every day. Our daily driver was a 2015 Toyota Corolla, and according to the manufacturer specs, it gets an average of 30 miles per gallon on the city and 42 on the highway. Since we drive both highway and city about equally, I'm going to split the difference and set my fuel efficiency at 36 mpg. This chart takes the average gas prices from August through October in California, our average miles driven, the Corolla's 36 mpg fuel rating, and calculates the amount we have to pay every month for gasoline.
To show how much it would cost us to do the same thing in a Tesla Model 3, we took the same time frame, miles driven, inputted Tesla's efficiency rating, and replaced the price of gasoline with the cost of electricity in our area. As you can see in green, this drastically reduces our cost of operation. Electricity rates will vary widely depending on your region and even your selected plan, so you will want to check with your local electric company and select a plan that will work best with your electricity usage and anticipated charging requirements.
We have been considering purchasing an EV for a while, so when our family installed solar last year, we made sure to get enough panels to fully cover our household and future EV charging needs, so we'll be posting a more detailed video on how to calculate your solar needs soon. But for us, charging at home doesn't carry any additional cost.
Now, in a perfect world, you would be able to do all of your EV charging at home. But, as we all know, the world isn't perfect. Sometimes you need to charge on the go. This is where fast charging and supercharging comes into play. The Tesla Supercharging Network can give you the energy you need to get where you need to go, but it's going to cost you a premium.
Not as much as gasoline would, but it will still cost about twice as much as charging at home nightly. I have added Tesla supercharging cost.
These numbers helped put things in perspective. We spend about $400 and $450 each month in gasoline, with the majority of the gasoline consumed by the 2015 Toyota Corolla and roughly $50 of gas in our backup car, which is a 2007 Toyota Camry. $400 to $450 is comparable to many people's car payments. We knew it was time for a new car. Our Corolla was paid off and had about 125,000 miles on it. We wanted to sell the Corolla while it still held some value and use the money from the sale as part of the down payment for the new car. Our family motto is usually, if you can't pay cash, you don't buy it. Thank you, Dave Ramsey.
We usually pay cash and buy used cars that are a few years old and already have roughly 40 to 50,000 miles on them. This approach helps us avoid a car payment, but opens us up to having mechanical issues sooner rather than later. We generally spend anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 when we buy a used car. The cost of a brand new Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus starts at $44,502.23 out the door in California. This includes fees, taxes, and registration. Of course, there are upgrades that you can select to quickly inflate that price, but we were fine with the standard features. With nothing down and a good credit, this would put your monthly payment at about $804 per month. That's with a 16-month loan, which is 5 years, and an interest rate of 3.24. Yes, this sounds steep, but remember, to consider the gas and maintenance savings when you're looking at this number.
We were able to sell our 2015 Corolla to a dealership for $6,000 using the instant cash offer service on Kelley Blue Book site. The KBB service is a great way to get real numbers on the value of your car and gauge how quickly you can sell it. All you need to do is enter some basic information about your car, and within about 5 minutes, you start receiving texts and emails, even calls, from actual dealerships ready and willing to buy your car. I've even been able to negotiate the offer price up. But generally, the KBB Instant Cash price offer is fair and reasonable. I like to use KBB Instant Cash service even if I'm planning on selling a car privately, as it gives me a bit more confidence knowing that if a private buyer doesn't take the car, I have multiple offers waiting from dealerships. This video is not sponsored by KBB, I'm just a fan of their service.
Since we like to buy our cars in cash, we put aside a little bit of money each month as a nest egg for our next car purchase. We had about $9,000 in our car fund. This combined with the $6,000 from the sale of the Toyota Corolla, which allowed us to put down $14,502.23 as a down payment. For a 5-year loan at an interest rate of 3.24, every $1,000 would reduce your monthly payment by $20. Borrowing $30,000 instead of $44,000 made a Tesla Model 3 an actual option for us. Additionally, we'll be able to offset some of the car payment cost with the $400 in savings from the gasoline.
There are a surprising number of incentives available for EV purchases. We were able to qualify for about $5,000 in incentives. Tesla does a great job of educating their customers on what incentives are available in their area and how to claim them. You will need to wait until you have all of your documents back from the DMV before you can apply. So you really can't use this money to reduce the amount you need to borrow or to reduce your monthly payment, but you can pay it towards your loan when you get it, and that'll shave almost 11 months off of your loan repayment.
When we started doing in-depth research, we were actually really excited to learn that EVs are generally low maintenance. No more oil changes, no more transmission fluid flushes. Heck, we can even take the constant brake changes off our calendar. Tesla promised a more plug-and-go life. This is a big difference from their gas guzzling counterparts. With our Corolla, we had to change the oil as often as every 6 weeks. Not only do these oil changes start to add up in cost, but they also were just plain inconvenient. If taken care of, a gas car can go to roughly 200,000 miles before you enter the golden years and you have to start worrying about parts breaking. And for those of you who have owned a car and entered the golden years, you know that golden refers to the amount of money that you have to put to keep them running.
Tesla, on the other hand, has found the fountain of youth in the car world. Fewer parts equals fewer things to break and fewer headaches. These cars are just built to last. Tesla's battery can go as high as 500,000 miles, and their main driving parts go to 1,000,000 miles. Tesla even sends over-the-air software updates to help your car get smarter and more efficient with time. This is one of the places that Tesla stands out from its competition. They have a long-term roadmap and they follow it. Tesla even includes hardware in its cars that may not be used at the time or at the moment, but they know it's going to be needed for future updates. That's our video. Please like and subscribe below. And if you're considering purchasing a Tesla and want to show support, our referral code is listed below. Thanks.